Hey everybody. So I wanted to take a minute and look at what we have going on this week. So welcome to week 11, and let's hop over here in D2L and see what we have going on. Um, so this week under the content section, if we go to week 11, we'll see that we have some video lectures. And in this week, last week we were keyframing the spoon and animating the spoon to get um, a sort of finished animation performance out of the character. Um, this week we are simulating the cereal. So we have the cereal that's pouring out into the bowl, and you can only imagine what it would be like to try to animate every piece of that cereal falling exactly where it needed to be. In situations like that, that's when we use simulation. And so this week we're going to simulate a whole bunch of particles. We're also going to talk about how other types of simulation works, like nCoff to create a napkin. And this is sort of just a little bonus. The napkin isn't required, but you could use that as one of your objects in your scene if you wanted to. And then we're going to start the process of simulating our cereal. So there's a couple of things I do want you to look at here. There's after we get the simulation finished, we kind of want to freeze it so it doesn't change anymore. And there are two different ways you can do that. You can cache the simulation, or you can bake the instancer. Um, Baking the instancer is extremely intensive on your computer, and for a lot of people, this usually causes their computer to crash. So this is an alternative, but more than likely, most of you, if not all of you, will end up using the caching option in the simulation. Um, if you're creating cereal that has a very definitive shape, right, like Cheerios versus something round, right, you're going to want to be able to see that rotation. So we talk a little bit about how to get it to rotate. And then this one is very important because every semester people just skip this video because their cereal starts working and they're like, yay, I'm done. And then they go to render and they get this issue, which is these little orbs that render around your cereal. Um, this is a big pet peeve of me, for me. This is one of the things that it's very easy to fix. It's just a single button you have to click, and it's not going to happen for everybody, but for some people you'll get this issue, and this is how you fix it, right? So make sure you watch that. Maybe even do a test render to make sure it's fixed before you render. So um, I think it's also worth mentioning that this is the last week that we're working on this project. And usually these weeks line up differently because of spring break. Um, well, our spring breaks differently and works differently this week or this semester, and so that means that sort of without me really noticing, I had this project due this week. Project 2 is due, and I have it due on April 4th, which happens to be Easter. So that's Sunday, April 4th. Um, and the university has Friday off as a holiday, and I feel like that's kind of unfair of me to ask you to turn something in on Easter Sunday, or to make something due on Easter Sunday. So what I'm going to do is change this due date, and I'll send out an email to let everybody know about this. So basically, I'm going to give you an extra day, and it'll just be due by Monday at midnight, so the Monday after Easter. And that way, if you still have a little bit you're working on, or you just want to take that Sunday off and just finish it up on Monday, that's completely understandable. So I'll send out an email to let everybody know about that. So the other thing is our discussion topic this week. Last week we talked about um, sort of academic options that you have, right? The midpoint review class, the different classes that exist within digital media. Well, this week I want you to sort of take it to the next level. What happens after you get out of ETSU? What is it that you might want to do as a career? That's actually probably where you should be starting and making your decisions because that's your goal, right? And how you plan to get to that goal It may really drastically affect which classes you decide to take while you're here. So do a discussion topic where I basically have you go through and do a little research about different career options out there, and again, it's just a normal discussion. Again, the 2 comments are due by Sunday, and I'll go ahead and just extend that until Monday as well. So you get a couple of extra days off. So um, hopefully that makes sense. Let me know if you have any questions, and again, I'll email everybody to let them know about that extension on the deadline. But yeah, if you have any questions, let me know, and I will talk to you all soon. Have a great week.